Hello Libra, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship in the past. This could be somebody that you have had a relationship. It could be a situationship also in the past. This could also be this could be somebody that you've met. And you know there's a whole lot of connection, but no one's really speaking up. The connection may be very intense, very sensual in a way, because I do see that here. We do have the mystery card. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have, and I have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. Oh my. Wow, Libra, you have here 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that are very dark and dreary. This is your person of interest, but it could be that because of what has happened, you are being affected as well, equally the same. All right, so we have here illusion followed by mystery. Then we have mothering, compassion, embracing the shadow. Then we have beliefs, wild woman, awakening, healing. Before I move forward, it's very strange that I'm getting this word. I never get names or words. It's very rare. Belvedere. I don't know what that means. Maybe it means something to somebody out there. Belvedere. All right. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Libra, I'm hiding from you because I feel embarrassed. The things that I have said and done, the things that I never said that I should have. The things that I never did that I should have done. I now stand behind a veil, behind a false mask, hiding myself. Because I know what I did was not right. And the easiest thing for me to do, Libra, is take a step back and pretend as if I'm not even seeing it. Out of sight, out of mind. In you, I have found someone who is very much spiritually attracted and attached. I feel this for you. I question the heavens, and I wonder, why is it that you have been placed into my life? Why now? Why not before? Why not long ago? I see now that in this connection, there's this intense emotion that I feel. This emotion that I feel, it is a questionable thing. It feels as though I've known you from before. I don't know how, I don't know why. It just feels as if I do. I also know that no matter where I go, no matter what I do, something happens and I always end up thinking about you. It's a rhythm that my mind and my heart go through. And no matter where I go, 1, 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3, boom. You are that boom. A constant reminder of the energy that comes from me, that is shared with you. Sometimes, when you're not there, I can feel your presence. I can also sometimes just smell your scent, even though you're not there. There's a part of me that wants to be that person who can accept all the love that you have to give. This love is unconditional, and it's true. You are somebody who is very nurturing, caring, loving, and protecting. And I see this. I have recognized this, and I have wanted to be that individual who you can take care of. As selfish as that sounds. It's because I know you are somebody who is very gentle and kind, nurturing, caring, loving, and protecting. You have these qualities, you have these traits. Why would I not want to be with you? I also feel that in this connection, I have seen so much and I have put you through so much. I have finally gained compassion. I've gained compassion for you and empathy and sympathy, knowing what I have put you through, knowing what you have gone through, and understanding what it is that you have gone through. Right now, so much has happened between you and I that in this connection, I feel that there is a problem. The problem, what is the root cause of this problem? It's a sense of beliefs and the issues that we have regarding our beliefs. There's a lot of awkwardness now in this connection, and I'm not reaching out because of that feeling of being so awkward and the feelings of being uncomfortable. I do feel this. What I also feel is this unremarkable attachment that I have with you, although it may be even toxic to a degree. You saw a side of me that was very dark. The dark side, the impulsive, compulsive, and aggressive side of me. A side that I really did not want you to see. But it is a part of who I am. And I can't change it. I don't know if I can, I don't know if I should. Our beliefs are so different, so far apart, that it's hard for me to even think straight. We have a lot of differences. And you and I, we do not see eye to eye. We are not on the same page. What I feel for you is the sense of understanding. You are somebody who was born and brought up in a very different way, and so was I. We don't see the same thing, though. Physically and emotionally and spiritually we may be together, but our personalities, our choices, our opinions, our mindsets, they are quite different. And it's also the traditions that we follow, the customs, the rituals, the families that we come from. I feel that in this connection, I feel that I was caught red-handed. You are somebody who discovered my sneaky behavior. I have been untruthful to a certain degree. This feeling of me being so open with you in a certain way But then I'm also very closed off. This feeling that exists, I don't even know why I have that feeling. It should not exist. I know that's morally and ethically wrong. With you, I have felt a connection, but there has been a sense of suspicion, deceit, deception, a lack of truth, lies, betrayal. This is what I did. And this is why it's very difficult for me to face you, because of the things that I have done and what I put you through. I have come to this realization that I have hurt you, and I have that compassion for you now, but I also have come to the realization how much of a liar I have been. And how naive and stupid I was to think I could get away with it. I thought I could actually get away with it. Overall, I have taken a step back because too much has happened. I need time to myself. I have forced myself into loneliness, forced myself into isolation, so I can contemplate my life. What do I do? Why do I do the things that I do? A sense of introspection while being isolated. So no, Libra, I am not going to reach out right now because I'm trying to heal from the things that I have done to you. I'm not proud of it. I'm not happy about it. But I know darn well what I have done. I'm embarrassed because of it. I feel awkward and uncomfortable because of our beliefs and the way we think and the traditions that are around us. The society that we must satisfy. And I wasn't very honest. I should have been more honest. I have spoken words but taken out a few sentences which you don't know won't hurt you, or will it? It appears that it did. Right now, I'm quite embarrassed, and I need time to be alone. Despite all that, the connection that I have with you spiritually, it still stands. It is very strong, and I don't think that's going anywhere. All right, Libra. A lot is happening here. You got a lot going on. Your person of interest here, it really does. They want to reach out to you. They want to be with you, but there's so much bad that has happened. Not only that, you have opinions. There's a sense of awkwardness. A little too much happened. Too much information just came out. It's overwhelming. And it's not only overwhelming for you, Libra, but what's interesting here is that your person of interest has realized what they've done. What I don't like is I don't see any grief card here. There's no regret. Maybe in the upcoming cards we might get that. But they've kept their distance. And they're deliberately doing this so that they don't have to deal with it because it's too complicated for them. And it's emotionally draining. Yep, wasn't it emotionally draining for you? Yep. That's why it's like a double standard, right? Some people are just like this. People fall in love. They become weak. But they become vulnerable and giving and loving. And others sometimes take advantage of that. Which does not mean that you stop loving. You still have to keep that going. Here I have the mystery card. This is a past life connection. You guys may be twin flame soulmates, karmic partners. For those of you that want some sense of understanding and closure, like real closure, I do past life spiritual readings. So have a look at that. It's on my website, www.asnointia.com. I also have on my other channel, Asnointia Audio, which are the videos are absolutely free. I have videos regarding past life and spiritual connections. So have a look at that. It will provide you with much more understanding and clarity. We have here the Prince of Arrows and the Prince of Staff. So you're clearly dealing with somebody here who is youthful, very vibrant, very youthful, but also inexperienced, immature. That's the problem right there. I'm getting that they can't make decisions for themselves sometimes. They're not good at making decisions for themselves. All right. Prince of Arrows and the Prince of Staff. So first of all, for those of you who are new, the first set of cards that I just saw, that is the current status of the feelings and emotions of the both of you, you and your person of interest. Here, with this deck, what I'd like to do is have a look at what may have happened in the past where things were going great, but then all of a sudden it just went right downhill. So what was that? What happened that caused this problem in the first place? So here I will look at these cards and I will read the reverse. This is for those of you that never really received any closure. This person may have ghosted you. They may have just faded over time. The communication may have become so less. You're just wondering, are we even together again, or together for now, or where are we headed? Or is this person going to come back again? That's what I meant to say. So there's questions because nothing was answered. There was like this, I'm getting the word stalemate. But the issue is, in order for you to move forward, you need to have a direction. The way the connection kind of faded, there is no direction. Here we have the Prince of Arrows. Let's have a look at that. The Prince of Arrows, it talks about, and I read this in the reverse, it talks about how this person did not want to take any opportunities. They did not want to work hard, and they were not interested in developing anything. Here it talks about inertia or simple laziness, not taking action or responsibilities. So here, by not taking action and not wanting to grow or take responsibility, that's just somebody who wants to have fun. They want to have fun, frolic around. That's what happened. This is what your person of interest was like. This is why it was so difficult for the both of you with those, like I said, emotionally, spiritually, physically, you guys were really compatible. You really wanted each other. But the issue here is the beliefs card that you had. Because with the beliefs card, it does talk about how there are so many differences. That those differences really at that time when this person is with you, they're just getting what they're wanting. They got it, they took it, they left. Okay, this is what happened. Now, if it's a matter of moving into a connection that's more in depth, the next stage, the next phase of a connection, the higher level of a connection, are they ready for that? Answer is no. Why? Because they're very immature. Because they also don't even consider this relationship very much a relationship. They were into it because of the sake of being in a connection. They are not very responsible. There's a sense of inertia, laziness, the way the card says. They're not wanting to put some hard work into this. Any opportunities that are coming to them, they're not taking it. Why? Simply because this person is immature. Why? It's because they do not want to do it. Answers, I don't want to do it. Who says that? Kids say that. I don't want to do it. Right? Do I have to? Right? Kids say that, don't they? Yeah, this is what you're kind of dealing with here. This is what you're dealing with. Sorry, guys, I have, apparently they're allergies. Last year I had bronchitis many times and I had a lot of antibiotics. I realize now that it's, allergies and it has caused a little bit of mild asthma. So I'm having a little bit of an issue, not coughing. So I can cough, but I don't want to cough much. So please bear in mind that there's a little bit of an issue going on with me as well. And please provide any suggestions you may have in terms of mild asthma. I don't like being like this. This has never happened to me before. And this just happened because of allergies. And I never had allergies before either. Here we have the Prince of Staffs. This talks about how your person of interest had scattered energy. Hesitation. Hesitation. Right? Why does somebody hesitate? Simply because They don't want to do it. Just like I said, the person's attitude. I don't want to do it. There is that attitude. The inability to focus on matters at hand. And the need to develop skills in order to bring dreams into reality. So here we have scattered energy and hesitation. The inability to focus on matters at hand. So their energy was scattered. Why? Because it was not focused. There was hesitation. Why? Because they were not ready. That sense of passion, integrity, action, and movement that should have been taking place, it was not. So, Libra, what I'm seeing here is you had a kitten that was wearing a very big costume, a lion's costume. And the lion did have teeth. This is not a toothless lion. The lion did have teeth. But it turned out to be a costume. And when you open the mouth and you look all the way down in, I see a tiny little kitty. Tiny. Meow. It's cute, it's tiny, and it's trying to be a big person in the big world. Your person of interest was that kitty cat. It was a kitty. Okay? And they were trying to act bigger and better than what they actually were. This behavior is very immature. It is not healthy in a relationship the way the both of you were. Simply because in this relationship, like you had the beliefs card, you may be believing and thinking in a completely different mindset that this is the way a relationship should be. This is where we should be at in the next couple of years, for example. People make plans. You have to make plans. This is something that happened. One person is thinking about the future, and the other person is just the kitty. They're just playing around. Why? They just like playing around. Ball of yarn. Let's just have fun. This is a problem. You're dealing with somebody here who has been immature. There's a lack of integrity. I'm seeing the word integrity, actually. A lack of integrity, a lack of promise. They promised a lot and you're just wondering. And this is very difficult. What happens is sometimes people meet these beautiful, wonderful people, and the kitten wants to be a part of that big world. Now, the kitten may not be so innocent. It is a kitten. A real kitten is innocent. But we're talking about a person here, right? Metaphorically speaking. This kitten had a few things up their sleeve, but they were not clever enough to actually keep and maintain a relationship. What the problem I'm seeing here is that when you're in a connection like this with somebody, you cannot be in a promising connection. It can actually not move forward. Why? Because the person's mindset is not on the same level as yours. This is why you're not on the same page. There's so many differences between the both of you. This is a problem. So you were dealing with somebody you may have thought who was all this and all that. They may have acted like a queen or a king, kind of like the example that I'm giving, that I'm seeing in my mind's eye of the lion costume, that they're acting like they are the lion, right? But in all honesty, deep down, they're not. Now, the question is, why do they want to act like a lion? Because there's inefficiencies, there's deficiencies, there's things in this person that they know they lack. And all they were trying to do is impress you. Why? Because they like you. They do have a crush on you. They do love you. They have that. But they do not have what it takes to be in a long-term committed connection with you. Otherwise, you would not be here today. This is the problem. It's hard to detect people like this. It's not easy. I'm not going to say it's easy at all, because it's not easy at all, really. People are cheated on. They frauded, like people fraud people. I don't know if I'm using the word correctly. But it's so difficult to meet somebody these days who you can actually have not only that one-on-one, like that faith between each other. There's that faith and that truth that people can have as a connection. You don't know where the person's coming from. You don't know their history. You don't know their background. And the worst thing is that people will only tell you what it is that they want to tell you. And we will believe it because that's what they're sharing with us. Sometimes they may not be telling us the full truth because they feel inadequate. They feel that they lack what it takes to be with somebody like you, so they pretend to be the lion. And meanwhile, it's a kitty cat trying to make plans. How do I keep my Libra? What do I do? But even though they put on this big costume, there were certain things that only a lion can do. And the kitty cat couldn't do it. This is something that happened here. You're dealing with somebody who was immature and inexperienced, saw what they wanted, loved what they wanted, and they wanted to go for it. But when they went there, they realized, they didn't even realize it. I can't even say that. They didn't even realize that what they were doing was wrong because they're so immature. It's a lack of experience. This person has a lack of experience. That's why you are in the state of the situation that you're in right now. So, two things. Either you give this person time to grow up, or you just find somebody else altogether. The thing is, people can grow up, right? It's great to grow up, but if they want to grow up, that's the thing. Some people are very happy in their state. They can be like 40 years old up to 80. I've done readings. And my goodness, no matter how many times they have had heartbreak, heartache, people do not learn from what we call life lessons, mistakes. They do not learn from it. So there are some people out there, even if you think you're going to wait, the person's going to mature, it could be that they never do. It's just the type of personality. All right. Interesting. We have here the Ace of Swords. Followed by the High Priestess. Okay. Oh, and then the Hierophant. That has never happened before. Whoa. Okay. This is some serious stuff here, guys. Oh my lord. This is a very odd reading. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, I've never seen this combination here before. You guys probably see it. I've never seen this combo. All these together, we got a lot of individual people here, a lot of people that are just in the process of thinking. Thinking and thinking. Contemplating being happy and satisfied in life, but also thinking and thinking and thinking. Wow, there's a lot of thought going on here. Well, it's good. This person, remember, they are trying to heal. Right? As far as I remember, was it healing? Was it this reading? I think it was. The healing. I sometimes do these readings back to back, and it kind of overlaps on what I'm seeing and thinking. So as far as I remember, under the bottom of the deck, we did have healing. Perhaps I just can't find it. Just give me a sec because I want to make sure. Ah, there you are. Are you part of this group? Yes, you are part of this group. There you go. So I was not losing my mind. All right. Let's get back to it. Here. We had this one, I believe, up here before. Okay. What this means is isolation, the hermit mode. And you have the exact same feeling and emotion here with the Hermit card. So there is no doubt about it. Libra, your person of interest is definitely not talking to you, and they're definitely not talking to a whole bunch of other people. Because life has made them realize something, and now they're starting to really wonder, am I doing the right thing? Am I a good person? Why did I do what I did? Can I make things better? This is what they're thinking right now. So now let's just put this to the side. we have here the Ace of Swords. Because they're in this mindset, the overall arching theme is of thought. And for those of you who are new, by the way, sorry I didn't announce it. This is, I don't even know why I didn't announce it. I guess I was so excited to see these cards. We have, this is, okay, so the deck here is the Beginner's Tarot deck. And also, this is any action, any plans, any intentions your person of interest has towards you, okay? Sorry I didn't announce that before. Ace of Swords talks about how your person of interest has been thinking a lot. But the type of thought process they have is very logical, very practical, very critical, analytical. The problem is, it is not emotional. Wow, isn't that odd? So there's a lot of thought being put into this, but the problem is the way they're thinking, it's not straight from the heart. They're not making a decision based on their heart. They're making it based on, you know, is this logical or not? Is this practical or not? We also have here the High Priestess. There's a part of your person of interest, they feel, in a way, very spiritual. A hidden sort of spirituality. And they feel that they know where this connection is headed and where it should be headed. However, they're keeping quiet about it and they're not talking to anybody about it. They're hoping quietly that this may manifest, that things may work out in the end, that justice will be served. And then we have right next to the High Priestess is the High Priest. This is the Hierophant. This could also be two people, yourself and your person of interest, who are just contemplating life right now, and it's like your backs are towards each other, which is so cool the way this card came out, right? Her back is towards him. His back is towards her. It's, their backs are towards each other. They're looking at opposite ends and directions. Here we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant has thought long and hard and is trying to make things better in a way because the Hierophant wants to have things in a traditional way. They want everybody to respect them and everybody to respect you as well. What's interesting about this card is that it talks about commitment, paperwork, things that can move forward to have a better balance. Now, what's not good is the fact that there's a lot of waiting and there's a lot of thought being put into it. Now, is it good? It is good because it's thought and it's progressing forward in a way, but it's not good because it's not really any action that you were looking for. And then to make it even like more like shh and quiet, this person is turning into a hermit. Like I said before, they're turning into a hermit. This is the reason why they're doing this. All of the things that they have, and I'm seeing the word scattered energy before with the Prince of Wands, where they had this feeling of scattered energy. Now they realize that, you know what? I need to get my act together. I need to get my SHI, you know what, together. And if I don't know what I'm going to do, not only in this relationship, but in any relationship. I don't know what I'm going to do. I need to fix myself. This is what Libra, your person of interest, is now doing. And this is why you wonder, why are they not talking to me? This is why they're not talking to you. They're not even talking to themselves much, in all honesty. I mean, look at this. Head is down, head is down, head is down. Right? Contemplating, thinking, contemplating. That's it. But the good thing about the Hermit, I love the Hermit. Why? Because this is an opportunity now for your person to finally grow up. To finally realize that, you know what? I can no longer do this because it actually creates problems. And it's bad karma. After the Hermit card comes wisdom. And after wisdom, then there's strength. And then finally your person reaches out to you. But the wisdom card will come afterwards. First comes the Hermit. Your person of interest has forced themselves into isolation, into loneliness, and contemplating about life, having that sense of introspection. Why are they doing this? Because they want to know what they're doing wrong. They feel, and they may have been told by other people, that what you had was a good thing, and look what you did to it. What were you thinking? It's hard to come by somebody like this, come by a Libra like this. It's hard to. Why would you do something like this in a connection like that? So your person of interest has heard a few things. They've learned a few things. And because they're also younger or maybe immature or maybe inexperienced, they will be learning and gaining more information through others because they cannot do that themselves. Your person of interest here sees you as somebody who's completely moved on, selfhood, independent, self-sufficient, self-reliant. You don't need them. You don't need anybody. You look fantastic to them. And the one thing about this card is that when you look like this to them, it's actually quite intimidating. That's another thing. Do I see them taking any action towards you? Not right now. The fact that they're doing all this, it's really a lot of self-reflection. That's what they're doing. And they're self-reflecting because they see how great and grand of a person you are and how they are, you versus them. They realize now that they need to do things differently in order to be a better person. And they're using you as inspiration, which is good. That's very good. So eventually, with the Hermit card, Hermit doesn't stay the same forever. There is a time when the Hermit actually ends up getting out of the state that they're in. And then they move forward. So this is good because they're going to see things in a different sort of light, in a way that they did not see things before. But that is going to take some time. All right, just going to do a quick prayer. All right. These messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. I don't know what it is. Maybe it is your energy, all of you, and the well wishes, but I'm actually starting to feel better, and that's very odd that it would just be just like that. That's really weird. But it's, when I say weird, it's like it's not as if I haven't seen miracles. I've seen a lot of weird stuff in my life. But it's just interesting as I get into your energy, I can feel the well-being that you have for me. And the feelings that you have for my well-being. It's very funny. I can feel my chest right now kind of clearing up on its own. Wonderful. Thank you. That's good karma. That's good karma. Karma points. One day on my other channel, I'm going to do a video on karma, actually. I have a lot of ideas. It's just a matter of time, and fingers crossed on my other channel, Asnointia Audio, I will be able to upload some more in the coming weeks, hopefully, very soon. You guys have a situation here. So you're clearly dealing with somebody that needs time. Okay? What I see here is we have here be assertive. So it's important for you going forward in this connection to know when to be assertive. You see, you are dealing with somebody, and if they come back into your life, that's fine. But when they do, things can no longer be the exact same the way they were once before. They have to change. And that is also something that attracts another person towards you when you come back together. You are not always 100% the same, in the sense that somebody has to have an upgrade. Okay? So you or them or both of you are a better version of yourselves, and it actually increases that attraction. Because when we go back to somebody, we think, you know what? Why did I leave this person in the first place? Right? We don't want to be the exact same person. We have to be an upgrade of what we were before, a better version of ourselves. It could be any aspect. So when the time does come, be assertive. Let this person know what you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with. Let them know what it is that you feel a healthy boundary is. What are healthy boundaries? When is it too much for you, right? You need to let this person know. And this could be for any aspect, okay? Not just physical. It could be for anything. Here we also have abundance. Abundance, this is related to finances. Your person of interest is hoping for something in terms of abundance that comes to them, but also here for you, I see there is going to be some sort of, I'm seeing the word windfall. It could be some type of, I'm seeing the word promotion now too. So, okay, clearly something is going to happen where there's going to be a sense of abundance going to come to you, which is going to be really, really good for you. You're going to be really happy and satisfied. You're going to be focusing on this abundance. And in the meantime, a year from now, certain things are going to happen. And at some point in time, you will be in that position to be able to reconsider what it is that you're going to say and do regarding this specific connection that you found yourself in. A year from now, you're going to be quite different, hopefully. A better version of yourself, hopefully. But whatever happens, a year from now, it's not just going to be an empty year. There's going to be a lot of things going on in between. All right? And whatever happens, there's something that's going to happen that's going to trigger a sense of knowingness, this information that's going to come to you, and you are going to want to reconsider what it is that is on your mind, in your heart, what you're going to say to somebody. They are saying here for you to not worry. There's no need to worry in regards to this connection. Communicate clearly. So with the card here, communicate clearly, it does talk about how in this connection, granted there may have been sneaky behavior. Somebody may have hid things. But going forward, there needs to be clear communication. This means no taunting, no mocking, no saying sarcastic things. Simply just saying things to the point and expressing yourself. So with the communicate clearly card, this could be a method that you have where it's you're talking to somebody and you're saying, I feel, I believe, I think. So you're not really being that aggressive because you're just talking about your opinions, your ideas, right? However, you're still getting the conversation in, which is really important. What's also important here with the communicate clearly card is make sure that when you write to this person, if you want to, you don't write paragraphs and pages because people get lost in the details and they think you have nothing better to do. That means that they have you wrapped around their finger and you in their back pocket. You don't want them to feel that. You don't want them to know that. So you're going to have to keep it short and simple, sweet, to the point. This is 4 to 5 points maximum, 2 bullets for each point. That's it. It's very important for you to be clear and concise so that when this person references those issues, they are able to immediately remember and find out what it was that was bothering you. Simply because when we write too much, people actually get lost in the details. They don't even remember what it was in the first place that was the argument. Because we have a lot of irrelevant information in between. Here we also have yes, with an exclamation mark. Yes, there is going to be a better balance between. Here we have the sun and the moon. Good and bad. There's going to be something in terms of judgment that's going to come up ahead. Whatever sort of judgment happens, it's going to be in your favor, it's going to be good. A year from now, things are going to change. And there is going to be a better sense of communication. Now remember, why is it going to take a year from now? Your person is going through a heck of a lot. Okay? Remember that healing card, the High Priestess, right? The Hierophant, the Hermit. This is not an on-off switch. This person's going to evolve and it's going to take some time to get out of each phase. Because this is somebody that's just quiet, thinking, and they have their head down. It's very difficult to get somebody like that out of their shell and then teach them how to be someone who is more than what they could have been, what they should have been. No more kitty cat, right? Being that lion, finally. The overall arching theme here is if you believe. So I do see here the sense of manifestation, wanting to make things happen, make things occur, have that sense of belief system, and it will happen. It will come true. Now, believing something that is logical, that is rational, that makes sense. Believing something that might never happen, you haven't talked to each other for months or years, decades even, is it even possible? There's no use in believing in anything like that because there truly is no connection right there. You are not, even if you are meeting like what some people say, the 5D, or in spiritually in dreams, yes, there can be a hope. And yes, you can maybe even try to believe. But is it logical? It's not. So when I say this, think about it logically. If you have connected with this person in the past few months, maybe even years, but you have been speaking to them on and off, and they know about you, then there's at least that hope and that desire to believe in it. But if you have not spoken to this person in 20 years, and I have had people been waiting for 20 years. There's one person that actually wrote in one of the comments, 41 years have gone by. They're still waiting, right? There's people like this out there. Yes, I understand. But sometimes that's love, right? It's hurt, heartache, and pain. It's a little too much for some people. Everybody's different. But there's no logical sense to believe in something like that anymore because it's just not practical. You have to have that practicality. And we can't be in denial. A lot of us are in denial. Otherwise, it just won't work and it'll be a disappointment. Other than that, I see here a year from now, something's going to happen. A lot is going to change. And you will have the ability to make certain decisions. And you are going to be able to communicate with this person, which is great. For now, I do not see this person truly making any drastic changes or any sort of approach towards you the way that you may have desired. I don't see that right now because they themselves are going through a lot. Libra, that is your reading. Let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. It is a very unique sort of reading. It's very specific, actually. So do let me know if it has resonated for any of you. And also for some of you who are new, like I mentioned before, I do have another channel. It's a YouTube channel called Asnointia Audio. I have a few videos on there regarding relationship-related advice and spiritual connections, past life spiritual connections. Please do have a view at some of those, at the channel to view some of those videos. And please do like, share, and subscribe if you feel the content is interesting. Please share your story. A lot of people have shared their stories, especially in the past life spiritual connections videos. It's really interesting how so many people feel the same way. It's such a universally unique sort of feeling that people have. And it's the same, I've noticed. And you will notice that too. All right. Thank you, Libra, for tuning in. I will see you guys again. Thank you all for your well wishes in advance. And please let me know if you have any sort of remedies that I can do regarding mild asthma. I would like to know more about that. All right. Y'all take care. Stay safe. Bye now.